Hello, everybody. It's very nice to be here, and thank you very much for invitation to participate in this event. It's an honor. It's an honor to me. So I was invited to share my experiences in Vilnius University Press. As Michał Kovač just said, I'm here for 2 years. So I already know things, and I think I can share with you. Maybe a few sentences on my background. It will maybe be better for you to understand why I'm here. My education is from engineering, not from faculty of, not from social sciences, but from engineering, so IT specialist. I worked 10 years in multimedia publishing business in private sector. Later on, I worked 4 years in geographical information system company, private company. When decided to do my PhD, after 10 years in business, did my PhD in Faculty of Communication, and later on I took over with Vilnius University Press. So that's the background, and I would start with some history. We are proud to have a long history. Our Vilnius Academy Press was founded 1575. It means it was founded 4 years before the Vilnius University. So we are proud of this also. This year we had 440 years anniversary of Vilnius University. So we are older. But you know, the history of Lithuania and of Vilnius University also is complicated. Vilnius Academy Press was sold to private citizen Juozapas Zavadskis in the beginning of 19th century. But he still was printing books for Vilnius University. So this Academy Press for more than 200 years was the one from 2 or 3 main presses in the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. It was quite a huge country in 16th, 17th century. But Vilnius University was closed in the end of 19th century by the Tsar of Russian Empire, and Academy Press still managed to exist and run by Juozapas Zavadskis till 1940, when Soviets came. When Soviets came, everything was destroyed, including this Academy Press. The history of modern times. After regaining our independence in 1990, in our university, some publishing unit was formed. Few persons, and they started some publishing books, textbooks, and so on. After 7 years, it was reorganized into separate legal entity as a limited liability company owned by Vilnius University Press. It's like a private business, just the owner was Vilnius University. After 6 years, they changed the status of this legal entity to public institution. I'm not sure you have, I believe you have some different types of legal entities in Slovenia also. In 2011, they reorganized back into publishing department to Vilnius University. And in 2017, it was the final one, reorganization, at least for the time being, as subdivision of Vilnius University. So I started to work after this reorganization. I participated in this reorganization also. And who knows when is the next reorganization. Some explanation where we are at the structure of Vilnius University. Vilnius University consists with 14 faculties. You have schools, as I know. So you have more faculties to compare with Vilnius University. Also, we have a huge central administration with 18 departments, like finance department, like library and so on. And we have 12 non-academic subdivisions, and one of these 12 subdivisions is Vilnius University Press. And we have 20,000 students to compare with your university. Structure of the Vilnius University Press. Here you can see it's me, like managing director, and we have a publishing committee. It's 6 persons, delegated from the Senate, from some professors related to publishing business in order to supervise our university press. The chair of this publishing committee is Vice Rector for Science. Also, I'm a part of this publishing committee as a managing director. My bosses, I have 2 bosses. It's Vice Rector for Science and Chancellor. When it comes to political issues on publishing, so it's Vice Rector for Science. And when it comes to this funding and some not political issues, it's Chancellor. The structure inside press, we have 17 persons, 17 employees, 16 full-time equivalent. 3 main employees are sales manager, who is responsible for sales, for books, for rights selling, also for communication with readers, advertisement, and so on. He has in his team a warehouse manager and accountant, 2 persons. Project manager is also important person who leads the projects. Project, I mean, when we have a manuscript and we need to publish it, I call it project. And the head of scholarly journals, this person is responsible on publishing our scholarly journals. In his team, he have administrator of scholarly journals. This person is administrating open journal system. He's uploading articles and doing some maintenance on this system. Also, we have graphic designer, 3 layout designers, actually 2, I don't know why it's written 3, 4 language editors, and English language editor. Also, we time to time are hiring some freelancers, language editors, and designers and layout designers. When before Christmas, everybody wants to publish their book. We are lack of resources, so we need to hire some persons. Also, we have administrator. She manages PhD thesis, publishing of PhD thesis. Also, and all the office she's managing, supplying some paper and so on, like traditional administrator of the office. One position we do not have yet. We did not have it from 1990s. It's an editor-in-chief. Somehow we are managing to survive without that position, but I believe we need this position. So I hope next year we will have 18 employees with editor-in-chief. Our production. We are producing about 17 books per year, about 40 volumes of scientific journals. We have around 30 different journals and 150 dissertations. So to compare with Ljubljana University Press, we are much smaller, so you would be much bigger press. Talking about the genres of the books we are publishing, you can see the numbers below. It's around, in 2018 it was 21 monographs. It was 2 sets of peer-reviewed articles, 23 textbooks, and 12 some references, directors, atlases, some another type of books. Also, usually we have around 10 conference proceedings published also. Funding, I would say about 50% of funding are coming from university budget. It means government are funding the university, and we have some lines in university budget. So around 50% of this money coming from university. Around 40% money are coming from Research Council of Lithuania. Scientists are submitting some scientific projects, and an output is planned, usually some articles or some monographs. And expenses are covered by Research Council of Lithuania. Also, we have a Lithuanian Council for Culture, but I don't know, maybe 2 or 3% of the budgets are coming from this council, because it's difficult to compete with all the market, all the publishers from trade publishing also are submitting proposals to this council. And we are giving money more to literature, not to academic books. And Lithuanian Academy of Sciences, they are supporting publishing of scientific journals. So 5 to 6% of a budget comes from Lithuanian Academy of Science. And of course, the budget is not enough. We are trying to collect more and more money, but you know, maybe you have the same issues. I believe money not enough always. We have open access policy established in our university to peer-reviewed journals. All our peer-reviewed journals are under this Creative Commons attributions license. So they are published as open access and everybody can reuse them. But books and other publications is are still copyrighted, following Vilnius University intellectual property policy. Also, we are thinking about possibility to make open access and for the books, but no decision is made yet about that. Marketing. We started to do first steps of marketing just last year, because until 2017 it was no any marketing in Vilnius University Press. So we are not very professional at that, but we are trying to learn and making some small steps into. We are doing some, posts on Facebook, some paid posts on Facebook also. We have a news portal of Vilnius University. We are presenting each book in this portal. We are sending newsletters to libraries and to bookstores. We are doing book presentations. On the Vilnius Book Fair, we usually have around 10-15 book presentations in 4 days. And in the rest of the year, also we usually have one presentation per month, I would say, for monographs mostly. And we are working on our own internet bookstore, because now we don't sell books as press. We have some agreements with bookshops, internet bookshops, and physical bookshops. But we believe that having internet bookstore, our own internet bookstore, will help us to increase sales and to get maybe more money. Of course, it's a good marketing. Is Christmas cards. We tried it twice. When you are sending Christmas card to all our academic staff of university, later on, in maybe 2 weeks' time, you are receiving a lot of questions. Oh, I have a manuscript. I want to publish. I forgot it. It's good to remember you. And a lot of academic professors are coming after this Christmas card. This last year Christmas card is very simple, a lot of book titles, and everybody is happy to find his own book title in this Christmas card. We are proud. We won a few awards last year. Each year we have awards on best design of the books in few categories, and our category is, of course, academic books and textbooks category. This award is given by Ministry of Culture of Republic of Lithuania. So we got award for the best design in 2017 and 2018. But we do not have any award for the content of the books. So. But we are proud and to have awards on the cover of the book, on the design of layout also. It's because from 1990 it was very little efforts dedicated to the design of our university books, and most of the authors were very unhappy with that, and they were trying to publish their books outside the Vilnius University. And one of the reasons was very not interesting design, according to them. So it's just one reason to keep the authors in university, but if you do nice design for them, they are quite happy. Book distribution, it's also quite an issue. It's expensive to distribute books. We almost do not have any wholesaler who would collect your books and distribute to Lithuania. We have ourselves to distribute our books to all the bookstores. So you can imagine if you want to have your book on sale, for example, in Klaipėda, in 300 kilometers from Vilnius, you have to send it by post. The price increases, and if nobody buys this book returning back, more money is spent. So it's expensive, this distribution of books. So mostly our brick and mortar bookstores, it's not our, but our partners, we have agreements, are in Vilnius. We have maybe 10 or 15 places. Everybody can find Vilnius University Press books in Vilnius. We have a few bookstores in Kaunas. It's the second largest city in Lithuania. And we are working with the largest internet bookshops of Lithuania. Also, we started to sell books on Amazon, UK. Just few titles sold. We started maybe 6 months ago with 2 or 3 titles. And we don't do any advertisement. So, you know, on Amazon you can find 5 or 6 million titles. So it's lost between them. But still, I think it's good for the Google, because when somebody is searching some title, the results from Amazon is usually on the first lines of the Google search results. So it's worth to have, even if the books are not sold. It costs nothing just to have on the Amazon bookstore. Also, we have some electronic books on Kindle store. Also not very popular, but who knows, later maybe we'll start to do some advertisement on them also. Technologies we are using in press. So for scientific journals, we have Open Journal System 3, the latest version of the platform. We are quite happy with it. Before transiting from version 2 to version 3, we did some research, and we was thinking about to buy some commercial product of this hosting platform. But we counted the budget again, and it was much less money to have Open Journal System 3, because we have our internet services, IT services department in our university. So we are using these programmers to fix this Open Journal System for us. Of course, we are not happy on the speed we are doing it. It's not the main information system of a university, so it's always in the second or in third, not the first in the schedule. For design and for layouts, we're using Adobe products, licensed for university. Also, it's quite expensive, even for academic institution. We're using some standards in our daily life. It's like ICO standards, cover pages. We are using publication ethics standards with COPE, ISBN, of course, DOI. We are using OJS workflow for submitting peer reviewing journals. Creative Commons, I already mentioned. We are publishing in PDF, HTML formats our journals, our articles, and books. We are also publishing in EPUB format. Also, we have to keep some standards regarding our official language, Lithuanian language, and citation styles. We are members of some associations. Lithuanian Publishers Association is the main association of publishers in Lithuania. Also, we have smaller one, Association of Lithuanian Academic Publishers. And we have Association of Lithuanian Serials. Serials, I mean scholarly journals, publishers of scholarly journals. So these three associations in Lithuania. And we are members just starting 2017, the end of 2017, of Association of European University Presses. And Crossref, and I4OC. Actually, I don't know what this is. I have to ask my the head of scholarly journals what this association is about, but I believe it's also important. Yeah, and my time is finished, so if you have any questions, you can ask me later.
Well, actually, we have time for one question, if somebody wants to ask one question.
Yeah, but actually I have three.
Well, you need to squeeze them into one, but sure.
I think that they are interesting also for other public. I'm Damiana Kisovas from National Library, and I would like to know how much academic publishers are in Lithuania. You said that you are a member of...
all academic publishers in Lithuania are from universities also,
and how many universities do you have in...
We have, it's this number, we're trying to decrease the number of universities, but I believe we still have more than 10 universities, maybe 14 it's government universities.
Okay.
So almost each university have more or less a department or some press in it.
Okay, thank you. And how many publishers are in general in Lithuania? I mean, not an academic.
Yeah. According to ISBN agency, we have about 500 publishers. Mm-hmm. But of course, the real active publishers, maybe 30, 40. Mm-hmm. And our Vilnius University Press are in top 10 if we counting the titles, the number of titles produced. Mm-hmm. So we are on 8th in 2018, according to titles, not to money.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely according to titles.
Thank you. And how many titles of monograph publication do you issue in Lithuania per year? If you know
in all presses?
Yes.
It's a difficult question. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It could be 100 or more, 150. If we are producing 20 per year, so we are largest university, the largest academical publisher in Baltic states, and I think in Lithuania we could produce 100, 150 monographs per year.
But just university publishers?
Some of our professors and another scientists are publishing their monographs in private publishing houses. A lot of reasons why. But yeah, we're trying to be good as we can good in order they would want to publish in our university.
Miha, mi lahko malo pomagaš, jaz bi rada izvedela, koliko jih izdajo letno v...
She wants to know how many titles per year are published in Lithuania.
As a whole, as a country,
As a whole
not
market.
3,500.
72.
Miha knows best.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Arūnas.